Jasmine and Vince.
The Jasmine Show.
The JasVynce.
What is going on, y'all? Yo, we be tired, man. We be tired and delirious. What's going on? Welcome to a brand new episode of
The
JasVynce
JasVynce
Show.
I'm Jazz.
And I'm Vince, and we're here to talk about Married at First Sight, episode 16. Dang it, I messed it up. 13. Season 16, episode 13. We had to start over so many times because we had some technical difficulties, but we're here. We're here, and if we have any more difficulties, we're doing it regardless because we just wanted to bring you a quick episode letting you know about what happened with these crazy couples. A little bit boring. A little bit boring as well.
What's the title?
The title of this episode is I'm Not Acting Crazy With You Tonight. Who says that, Jasmine?
Kirsten. I was trying to make a bet on who said it. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. They definitely were getting into some interesting topics here. It was a little bit boring. But yes, the couples go back to their roots and share their memories that made them who they are. While some couples get into the tough and sad moments of their past, others struggle to open up. One wife's outrageous demand has her husband second guessing who could be possibly.
Was it outrageous?
I don't think it was an outrageous demand. I'm not sure who's making these outrageous demands. I would like to say I'm not sure how these marriages are going to turn out. You know what I'm saying? They already had a month in, and I just want to take the time to acknowledge that I've had 5 months of love with my amazing baby Jasmine. Anytime I get to flex on, she's like, is it the...
We've been married for 5 months.
We've been married
today.
for 5 months today. Can you believe that?
Oh, thank you.
It's crazy.
For acknowledging that.
It's crazy. 6 months, you was like, oh, we got to do something. But I just wanted to put that out there. Anywho, getting back to the show. Y'all watching the JasVynce show, so I guess someone to love. All right. I have Gina and Clint first, just because I wanted to get them out the way, because I have nothing to say about all of these boring.
Besides, he had big feet and was a
boring
horrible soccer player. That's all I got.
Yeah, I think that's literally all I had. Soccer was his source of determination, which he shared with her. Like, he really broke it down, though. Like, I appreciated him and soccer a little bit more, but at the same time, I felt like she was like, why are we talking about this? Like, why are we out here?
I feel like soccer is on the scale of sports to master, soccer is a difficult sport.
Soccer is difficult.
Especially if you're not super coordinated. I feel like it's easier to be more coordinated with your hands because you use your hands for more things just on the day-to-day. And being good with your feet is difficult. As somebody that played soccer for years.
Coordination. I was going to say, don't you love soccer also?
I love soccer, but it is very hard to be good with your feet like that because you don't use your feet. I was way better at basketball than I was at soccer.
All right, player, literally.
You know.
All right. Only thing else I'm glad that they shared that. Only thing else I have about them, I completely forgot what their notes were. But they had some lasagna and hang out with the spa girls. That was pretty cute.
It's just a fun vibe with them. I don't even want to watch them. They boring.
They got a nice little squad going on there. He likes the girls. He sees why, again, that the spa and the girls are so important to Gina's life. Did we get anything from their letters? This was about 20 days till decision day. And because they have every season, they have that, write a letter to your younger self. Jazz apparently does not like that part of the show.
It's always so corny.
It's pretty corny, sometimes really sappy. I think we kind of touched on it a little bit. But again, same as let me know if I'm tripping on this one,
I'm sorry, the last time there was a good letter to your younger self was, drumroll please, Bennett in the Pokemon card. That was the last
But even
one.
That was goofy,
It was hilarious,
It was goofy. It was goofy.
It was so Bennett. I hope Bennett is okay.
I also hope that Bennett is okay. I was going to say, just like the month-iversary celebrations, I feel like they didn't do nothing too crazy this season. Like, they didn't put like a lot of emphasis. Like, and I saw Pastor Cal for like a second this episode. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I feel like, I don't want to say it.
They must have cut the budget or something. Because, like, even for, like, what's the show? Like, if you watch, like, Love and Hip Hop and stuff like that, those shows have been on for so long because the production, like, it doesn't cost a lot to produce that. But they at least give them alcohol and stuff to get drunk before they fight. I mean, like, come on.
The budget went to moving pregnant Keisha Knight Pulliam to Atlanta.
Basically. Because she can't travel now.
For after party. It seems like it.
Yeah, it's bad because, you know, I don't comment on women's bodies, but I was saying the same thing. I'm like, she looks super pregnant. Like, when is this baby coming? And why is she, what?
I couldn't tell.
She's been looking super pregnant the whole time.
She's looked pregnant. I don't know about super. You know, I don't comment on women's bodies.
No,
so, you know.
She looked like she was in her third trimester for sure. It was very clear that she was pregnant. So I was like, yeah, like she's not able to travel. So I'm not surprised, but I do like the new setup though on After Party. It was nice
cute.
Wherever they were recording from. But yeah,
it was cute. Anything else about Gina and Clint? Did we get anything from their letters that they share?
I don't remember anything.
I don't. Let us know how you feel about Gina and Clint.
We just watched it.
And that's another thing. Usually we're tired already, but we usually wait a little bit longer. You know, try to get, or we watch later. But
it ain't nothing happening.
I'm not sure. Let's discuss Nicole and Christopher, who got to spend some time at an Italian spot to get her in touch with her roots as well. Where they discuss some of her past as well and how...
All we do is discuss her past.
Is that specifically for her? Does that seem like it comes up a lot, possibly?
I feel like this is the first time we heard a little bit more about him. Like, and the fact he was talking about, like, he didn't like his mom's dating choices.
Yes.
And she says, oh, yeah, I feel like his mom and I have a lot in common. I'm like, nobody wants to date their mom if they did not like their mom's choices. Yeah. This is not good.
Yeah.
This is a red flag for this man.
Now, that was also in part of her letter to herself. Oh, you're going to be a beautiful...
You're going to meet a great man. They always say that. Like, I have
You're going to grow up to be such a beautiful young queen.
Such a beautiful bride.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
I mean, I get the point of it, but I'm just like, I wish that every year wasn't the exact same thing. Like, it would be more interesting if every other season we would get that. In some seasons, like, they used to show us the finances talk. But I think after DC, they stopped it. Because remember when Mike was lying about his job?
Oh, we're going to get into some finances. Oh, yeah. My goodness. Yeah, apparently all this... Would you call it complaining about her past?
No, I don't think it's complaining. I just think that she said that she's like done therapy and stuff. Yeah. I don't think that I feel like a lot of people feel like they've worked through things until they're in a situation and that now she's realizing how much she's been through and that things still bother her. Like, she may have like processed them and worked through them, but now like I feel like it's bringing it back up because she has to open up about what's happened to her to someone else.
She needs to feel the love. She wants her younger self to know that she's worthy of love and stuff like that. But it's kind of just reminding Chris of all his exes, apparently. So
yeah. She basically said that she's always needed attention and she would just do whatever was cool.
At least she admits it.
So people will be her friends. And he was like, ooh. He's like, I definitely would not have dated younger Nicole.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Let us know how you feel about Chris and Nicole in these comments, because I don't know how to feel about them right now. They're doing okay though, I would say, right? Probably a little bit. Let's talk about some Jasmine and Eris. I would like to start off by saying, I don't know whose tweet that was that got into the after party, but now we gotta, you know what I'm saying, make sure y'all follow us on the tweeters so we can get some of our tweets up there. We gotta figure this out. But everybody thought that she was flirting with Shaq in that clip that they showed from last week.
Last week it gave no context.
They were just having a conversation about each other's relationships. I'm glad it was super out of context. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It was just a conversation.
I can tell you that Shaq is not that type of guy.
Nah. They were bigging each other. Well, they were bigging each other up. You know, it was cute. It was nice. And then they also, I don't have much about them either. They also had their Eris's letter that when I watched it the first time, I thought that he was reading a letter to his younger self. And then I realized that it was from his dad.
Yeah.
Who had passed when he was 11 years old. to his mom and not even to him. Okay, so that clears things up even more because I was like, I was trying to, and then when he read the names, I was like, what's happening?
I got something trash to say.
Oh, don't do this.
I got something trash to say.
What is it?
So that letter made it seem like his dad was not like present and actually taking care of his responsibilities, which was taking care of Eris. And I thought it was interesting that Eris was like, yeah, I wanted to be like him. And he was like, he had a nice car and he had all these shoes in every color. And I'm like, you want to be like a guy that sounds like he wasn't taking care of you. R.I.P. to his dad. No disrespect.
Yes.
But the context of that letter, he said, I'm ready to take care of my responsibilities, which means before he wasn't taking care of his responsibilities.
Oh,
what
my
I got
goodness.
From that. Did you get that?
I could kind of see some of that in there. Like I said, when we were watching After Party, again, I wasn't trying to comment, no offense, no...
R.I.P.
Not trying to comment on anybody's...
shade, but that's the context.
On anyone's way of parenting or also even anyone's intelligence. But it seemed like Eris didn't have much depth when he spoke about his father. And that was, to me, it was kind of like I said, it was kind of like he was speaking through the eyes of a child. Obviously, he was 11 years old.
Right.
But, like, that's all he knew. So to tell you about, I got my sense of style from him. I got, my love of cars from him. It's, like, very materialistic things.
Yes.
Like, I was hoping to hear something about his character or, like, things that they did together. And as Jazz said, it kind of just seems like it was kind of...
It sounded like his dad might have been deadbeat-ish.
He pulled up to flex every once in a while.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you. You didn't say it, but I was thinking it the whole time. And I was like, who gonna tell him? Who gonna tell him? His mom clearly never said nothing bad about his dad, which is great. And but the context of that letter, that was not necessarily a good letter to read. But I think it was about... the being transparent and like sharing something that he had never shared with any other woman. So.
It was something that meant something to him, which is dope. I have a letter from my mom that I read where she talks about stuff as well. But yeah, there's depth in that. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? So, and again, I had my mom for most of my life. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting that I noticed that when he read that. But again, if that's all you have, then...
I'm trash, y'all. I apologize.
Yeah, just tiny bit.
I was like zooming in on that.
I'm very sensitive to like, loss of parents, but that is something that we picked up on. And I would say that because of the way that he talks about his father, because of how his, relationship with male figures has turned out, maybe that is absolutely is impacting his marriage in some way. It is. It just is.
He hasn't seen it. So how can you know what to do if you haven't seen it?
Yeah, let's talk.
And we haven't seen Jasmine's dad since the wedding, I feel like.
Nah. Let's talk about dads. Anything else about Jasmine and Eris?
Are we gonna talk about the double date?
Yeah, let's get into it. Real quick. They went paintballing. Is that what they did?
I don't think that was paintballing. It was indoor, and it looked like they had arrows or something.
Airsoft.
They went Nerf wars.
Something. They did something. It was cute. I don't know how I feel about all the black folks running around shooting each other, but we got.
That's where you took
hang on.
What?
You know how I grew up. You know how I grew up.
Vince, you're a crazy person. I was not expecting you to say that.
I'm sorry.
I normally know what you're gonna say, but that I was not expecting.
I'm sorry. It was a nice group activity. I actually put gang activity, and then I decided not to say that because now that I think about it. Anywho, they had the chat where they shared each other's opinions on how things are going. I really do appreciate... They swap partners and I really do appreciate Jasmine pulling out of Shaq, like, hey, like, how do you really feel about, not meeting Kirsten's dad yet? And we can talk about Kirsten and Shaq now as well.
He kind of like passed over it though.
He tried to. She did not let him. She almost put words in his mouth. I think you don't like that you haven't met him yet. Yeah, I don't. And in After Party, Jazz noticed it. Kirsten was not happy.
Kirsten was pissed. I never seen her make that face.
She was.
Yeah, she was like, hold on, so you opening up to her, like, and he's open about his emotions usually.
Here come Eris. He told me too.
I'm like, you supposed to have his back. Why you going?
He told all of us.
Yeah, everybody know. Everybody know he.
Oh, you ain't know?
That.
That's crazy. Eris, stop, bro.
After he had just said, I'm too transparent or too honest about stuff. Like,
bruh, give him a break. Oh, that's wild. He never said. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Oh my goodness. All right, yeah. Back to Kirsten and Shaq. Aside from that, you know, them saying things to each other and other couples, they've been really vibing. They've been enjoying each other's company. She's taking him to work, showing him around.
Cause he got to the yams.
Asking, most likely because he got to the yams. Like, the smiles are big. Do I got a picture of them smiling?
Listen.
I think I do. Yeah, the smiles are big. I love him. I love everything about him. Oh, that's the way he like his steak now, cause like they vibing.
Listen.
They vibing. But because he got to the yams, she won a $2 million house now. You know what I'm saying?
She didn't say that.
That's how it works.
She said, "Isn't this house nice?" He was like, "Oh, I love the house."
It was that house though, all right? Of this.
But that was one of the houses that she's a realtor for.
Peep men and how we don't catch certain clues. That's the house she wanted, right?
She said, "I could see us living here."
I was like, is she saying that she want him to buy that house? Or, because I think he was thinking the same. He's like, you brought me in here just to bamboozle me into.
You got some yams, now buy me a house.
I came up for the yams.
I'm just saying. So he was basically saying, like, she's like, yeah, so you gotta buy us a house. She did be like, oh yeah, the kids. I could see the kids running around, but he was going with it too. So I feel like for him to be like, what you mean? Like,
he's like, hypothetically, yes.
He was like, yeah, the media room, and we could have family movie nights, and like he was going with it. And she's like, oh yeah, you need to buy us a house.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he took that the wrong way. Is how I feel about it. I feel like what she was trying to do was to gas her husband up.
I feel like
yeah, you the provider. You can buy us, the family, a house.
I would agree.
And he took it as like more like she was saying gold digger stuff. Like, oh yeah, you gonna buy this and I'ma live in it. Like,
I think as a man, I think it's easy to see it that way, but I also feel like
that's your wife.
Shaq, one, yes, that's your wife. Two, Shaq takes a lot of things the wrong way between them. It seems like she'll be saying something like trying to make a connection. I don't know if it's maybe her comedic timing is horrible, or she's just like really awkward in conversation. But for some reason, he doesn't get it.
She's kind of monotone, so a lot of times there's not a lot of inflection, so you can't tell what she means. But I feel like you can take her for what she's saying.
He doesn't get it for some reason. I'm not sure. Anything else about?
Are you gonna buy me a house?
Yeah, sometime.
I'm not asking for $2 million house though. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I feel like if your wife says she want a house, you should buy her a house.
Wife is gonna get a house. Can I say exactly?
That's how I feel about it.
Exactly when and how much it's going to be. Maybe if we go to Nashville and try to put something down on it, we'll see.
I feel like what made it worse for him was the fact that she was like, they went to see her childhood house, and she was talking about how her dad was a provider, and like,
oh yes,
basically she wants a man that lives up to the standard of what her dad provided. We ain't seen dad since y'all got married. This man don't know your dad.
So he definitely,
I don't think that's a fair argument.
He definitely caught on to that, like, oh, like clearly that's the household that you grew up in. They also saw where she grew up, right, before her parents split.
Yeah. So
maybe things completely changed after her parents split up, like, but yeah, if your dad alive, he on his earth, you still talking about him every day and the things that he did for you, like, get him on FaceTime, like, what's up?
Yeah, I thought that was
what's up.
But I think that,
am I in a secret relationship? Do we need to turn this into another show? Let me know.
I think the issue here though is, and I do understand why she was upset. She should not have been that mad. Like, no. Of course your husband would be upset that he hasn't met your dad.
But he's been, you know what I'm saying?
Of course your husband would be upset that he hasn't met your dad. That's a duh. Like, do you really need a man to tell you that? But the fact that he had opened up to Jasmine, but He didn't really open up. Jasmine pulled it out. So, like, that's the thing. But apparently apparently everybody knew. So, I don't know. I understand why she was upset, but I think that that's kind of an obvious thing. Like, if your husband wasn't mad that he didn't meet your dad, I think that would be weird. Why are you looking at me like this?
No reason.
What do you have to say? Say it with your chest.
Nothing I should say on camera.
Vince, you trash.
I'm not that.
Vince, her dad has been present her whole life.
I know that. That's why I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, but you looking at me with a googly.
I'm trying to wait for you to finish up your point so we can continue on with these ratings. No need to stab me, my love. No need to stab. We're not talking about these dads. You met my dad. That's all that matters. All right, moving along into these ratings. Let us know if you have anything else to say about Kirsten and Shaquille, because I think they were like the meatiest part of the episode. Like, there wasn't really much else going on. And we thought that there was more drama taking place. Now you looking at me funny. Come on.
I'm about to give you the Kirsten look.
What's the Kirsten look? I feel like her look is not that mean. I feel like her look is a little bit more.
Go ahead.
More lackadaisical. Just a little bit. Kirsten and Shaquille. Speaking of Kirsten, we gave them a 7.5 last episode because yams were taking place. Jasmine.
7.
Do you feel like they belong on the same level? She says a 7. I think a 7 is doable. For some reason, like I said, with Shaq, it just is always something that gets him like either aggravated or some kind of miscommunication, and I don't get it.
He hasn't been in a relationship.
There you go. We'll give Kirsten and Shaq a 7. Obviously, we're rating these couples 1 out of 10. Nobody gets a 10 until they both say yes on decision day. Getting closer. It's getting closer, folks. Let us talk about Jasmine and Eris. They received a 3.5 from us last week. I would like to say they were doing better. Yeah. I would like to say they were doing better. We didn't really see much of them.
Still had sex with her friend. You be forgetting stuff.
Why don't
the whole
I need a permanent note. I need a permanent note. She def don't like him, bro. What? I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that. She def don't like him. Oh my goodness.
I'm giving him a 4 to be nice.
Oh no, that's being very generous because you're thinking about that and I'm not thinking about that.
I'm never forgetting it.
I'm not. Neither is she. I'm sure she won't. Christopher and Nicole have received, their score went from a 7.5 to a 7 last week. 6. I'm fair.
Sick
I'm
of
cool
seeing
with these.
them. I'm ready. Let's wrap this up, guys.
Honestly, they haven't really been giving us much. We just know that she'll be in love. She's going to be crying. He going to be like, she'll be in love. She'll be crying. She'll be asking if he's in love. He going to be like, there's really not much that we're getting from them, but I know that we'll get more as the season progresses, which is hopefully fast. Hopefully. Last couple, Gina and Clint, which I'm scared of your rating right now, but they were doing cool. We gave them a 6 last time. Dang, Jasmine.
They not in a relationship. They married, but this is not a romantic relationship.
I think a few people have said Twitter after party. A few people have said that they're just friends right now, and they kind of. Was it Jasmine that did that soundbite? Well, I'm looking for a husband, not a husband. I don't know what it was. Something like that. Something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Are you serious on a 3?
Yeah, I just.
Jazz gives them a 3. I'll go more like 4.5.
They not doing nothing. This is so boring. I might not come back and record anything until like the week before decision day.
It's rough, y'all. It's rough. We want some content. We want to give them some good stuff. But yeah, they're being very interesting. Let us know how you feel about these ratings. Let us know if you have any ratings on your own. How are you feeling about these couples, y'all? Please take the time to kindly
like, comment, and subscribe.
And of course, hit the little bell thing so you can know when we upload our episodes, which is going to be our early one tonight, but late for y'all whatever. This has been a brand new episode of The JasVynce Show. Peace. Y'all, peace. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Peace.
Jasmine and Vince.
The